still morning, right? Sorry, I've been doing research, so I don't know what time it is. Okay, so here we go. Sunday night, going into Monday morning, I didn't sleep at all. I had like maybe an hour, and then I was up all night. I had the strangest dream though. I have to go back and read it because, yeah. Okay, so uh, I had a dream about, well, what I've been watching Shadowhunters on Netflix, and for some reason, I don't know if anybody else experiences this, but sometimes if I'm reading a book or if I'm watching a show, something about it, like, I don't know, I get obsessed with it all of a sudden. And that's what happened with Shadowhunters and the OA, actually. Two about angels and demons, right? So I've never really believed in angels or demons or anything like that because I grew up in a Christian Catholic home, and my parents were crazy, and so I went a little more towards Wicca and paganism, or I guess you could call it spiritualism, um, and it just developed from there. So I never really believed in any of that. I was always very fascinated by like exorcisms and stuff like that, though. I guess everybody is to a certain extent. They're kind of like fascinated by it. So I used to research about that, but other than that, I never really researched anything about demons and angels. Um, but Shadowhunters on the show, they have a faction of individuals called Downworlders, which are the half demon, half human uh, people, which are vampires, werewolves, uh, warlocks, and then there's the half angel, half demons, which are the fairies and elves and dwarfs and things of that nature. Anyway, so I had a dream about the downworlders. They weren't allowed to travel or portal anywhere. So basically, there was like a no portaling or traveling thing going on in my dream. And I don't really remember too much of the details about that exactly. It was a very short dream because I woke up and I went to the bathroom and I felt like something in my throat, so I ended up like choking a little bit. Then I coughed it out and it was like mucus with a whole bunch of like blood, so I was like confused. And then I had pain in my left leg all night from my heel, like the bottom of my heel had this like sharp stabbing pain, and when it would stab me, my whole leg would throb. So I was in and out of dreams. I had a dream about a key because the other day, I'll show you, where's my book? I was at the park on Sunday. I think I remember telling people that. I was at the park on Sunday, and within 5 minutes I had like the craziest channeling I've ever had. Craziest. I've had crazy ones before where I was like channeling hard for like an hour, but it was like in little increments. But this was different. This was like crazy. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Okay, so Sunday, May 26th, I started channeling at the park, and it was like crazy stuff, like just a whole bunch. And there's one more. Okay, so I had a crazy thing where in one of my channelings, I saw a key. Like a key. And I was like, what the hell does this mean? I also had other like visions. Like I had visions of an M with an angel. Like there's an angel and then there was an M below him. He was like reaching his hand down like this. And then there was an M. And then I seen like me with a child. It was like a tiny child, like a baby. And then I seen like random things like a demon, a tree, a star. I seen a needle and blood. I seen a goat, a deer, a man with a sword, a little boy with a crown or halo above his head, um, an angel and a man bowing his allegiance to the angel, um, and then an angel being attacked. Then I seen the key, and then I seen a demon standing in a fight, like in a fight stance, angel, an angel above me, and me with a heart, and I was pregnant. I was handing the angel a heart, and I had something growing inside me, like a baby. I had a baby growing inside my belly. And I can't get pregnant unless I do IVF, so I don't even understand what that was about. Me breastfeeding and an angel over my shoulder, so I had the child, I guess, in this second vision, or one of the last two visions. I was breastfeeding this baby, and the first image was me with a baby, and then me pregnant, and then me breastfeeding. So those were the three about me specifically, but the other ones were for something else. And then I seen a chalice, which I've been drawing chalices recently. I don't know if you guys saw that. Or what happened. Anyway, so I don't know if you guys saw the picture that I drew that I posted online, but this is the chalice I drew, which looks a lot like the one from Shadowhunters, the Mortal Cup, but different in many other ways as well. Then I had a dream about, I drew this, which is kind of like a sword, or athame you could call it, because it's double-bladed, and it has runes, like angelic runes on it, and then my symbols that I've been seeing for like ages, spirals and triangles and waves. Oh yeah, I channeled on May 24th too. I didn't show you guys this one. This one's interesting. I've been drawing a lot, practicing. So I had a dream about the key, but I don't remember what the key was. I just remember that when I woke up, I was like, the key. I finally had the dream about the key, but then it just vanished as quickly as it came. I should have envisioned what the key was instead of just a key. And saying just a key, I should have said what it was. You know what I mean? But I didn't. Then I fell asleep and had another dream about soul connections. So this one was it was an interesting thing, because how we think of soul connections is like everybody in our lifetime has to have been existing in our past lives or whatever. Most people will believe this, right? However, I think that it's a little deeper than that. I think that there are certain souls that came here in hordes, or rather groups, to do specific things. So, soul connections, I mean for instance, let's say that you're a faction of angels up in heaven, right? And then you're like, oh, well, we need to do this before this timeline, or this event, right? So then they'll be like, okay, well, you need to reincarnate on Earth and be immortal and remember who you are and what you're doing and what you're supposed to do and carry out that mission. So then you, 4 or 6 or 10 people, will reincarnate on Earth and find each other by chance, but not by chance, it's fate. That's what I mean by soul connection. So how I was seeing it in my dream, so I could understand it better for me, was I seen it through Clary and Jace from Shadowhunters. Clary and Jace are soul connections, right? They have like this connected soul thing going on, where it's like fate had destined them to be together for whatever mission and reason, right? And same with Simon. Simon was a soul connection to Clary, and same with Izzy and Magnus and Alec and all of them. They were all soul connections. So that's how I seen it in my dream, so I could understand what it was meaning for me, right? So then I started thinking when I woke up, okay, well, what does that have to do with me? Well, I had this weird thing happen at the park. on Sunday. And this was Monday that I had, Sunday night going into Monday. I had this weird, I was asleep for 10 minutes, but I got this one weird dream. And I thought of it about Johnny, but it didn't, I know that Johnny and me have a soul connection. He's supposed to be a part of my life for whatever reason, I don't know. But I know that we already had a soul connection. But I also have soul connections to other people. And I know this. Like Chris from my past, from when I was a little girl. And I'll explain that in a minute, which is just really weird. But yeah. Chris from my past, from when I was a little girl. And I know that because I still have dreams about him even today. And I don't know why, but I have frequent dreams about him. And I haven't seen him since I was like 22 or 23. And before that, I didn't even see him since I was like, I think I was 11 or 12, the last time I saw him that time. So it was like years between. And but I know I have a soul connection with him. And I have a soul connection with other people too. I just haven't met them, I don't think. Or maybe I have and they live on different sides of the world, and I don't know. But this weird incident happened at the park on Sunday where there was this person, and I recognized him, but I don't think I ever met him. You know what I mean? Like, have you ever recognized someone, but you know that you never met them, but you recognize them? So I recognized this person who was with a woman, and they had a baby, almost a year old, 10 months, I think he said. I was paying no attention to him at all because I was trying not to seem weird, but I recognized him somehow. And I think he recognized me too, because every time Logan or Lucas ran up to me or made a noise or called my name, he would look over at me. And I think he was trying to determine whether he knew me too. But I recognized him. But I don't think I've ever met him. But we had a weird thing going. And then I was like, I don't know if I know him, but he looks familiar. And I didn't know. So I just, decided just not to think about it. But I had this weird feeling. Like this weird feeling that I knew him. And I was supposed to talk to him or something. Then I started channeling within 5 minutes. And then I got drained of all my energy. I was dehydrated. I had to go. We had to leave because I needed to go get water. And I had a huge migraine afterward because it was just like so much in so little time, and I couldn't keep up with what was being channeled to me. But I was even channeling on the way home, which was this. I was trying to catch as many things as I could on the way home, but when you're driving in the car, it was pretty hard to catch everything. But what I seen was like three pyramids beside each other, and then like something underneath them. I couldn't see it, so I drew it with another pyramid underneath, reflecting one of the pyramids on top. But no, it was like something else. But it was definitely 3 pyramids in a row. And so yeah, I was trying to draw on the way home. So I had that dream, and then I started researching like history of demons because I wanted to understand a little more about, like, the other night I had a dream about a shag demon, which I don't know if anybody saw that post, but this weird dream where this demon who had no eyes, it had no eyes, but it had like the indents where the eyes were supposed to be, so I could tell that there would have been eyes, but there was no eyes, you know what I mean? And there was like no eyebrows to distinguish, but there was like the indents, like if you close your eyes and if you had no eyelashes, the indents, that's what I saw. And in the dream I was talking to someone, I don't know who it was, but I was talking to someone, and I was telling them something or other, and then I said, so tell me more about this shag demon. And I remember saying that out loud, like I was speaking out loud from my dream. And then when I woke up, I was like, shag demon. And I was like, shag demon. So then I wrote it down. Well, I thought shag as in Shag, right? But when I looked that up, it just gave me Shaggy, the singer. And I was like, no, man. So I put demon beside it and then some singer on Twitter. And I was like, damn it, no. How do I say it? So then I put an E, Shage, and I saw more demon figures, but it wasn't the one that I was looking for. So I was like, maybe I'm spelling it wrong. Maybe it should be this way, Shaig. So then I put that in, and then that demon with no eyes showed up. And I was like, it's a real fucking thing? I was like completely mind blown, and I was like, why am I dreaming of these things? And I was just like, I need to know. So I've been asking questions before I go to sleep to understand, and I've been getting dreams about the things that I'm asking. So last night I asked, what I want to know more about this, because when I was researching demons, I researched something, and I didn't know this, but Edom from Shadowhunters is a real thing. So I have to research that today because I don't know what that is. But in Shadowhunters, it's a city in hell. So I'm hoping that it's not a city in hell, but something else. So I'm gonna be researching Edom later. I don't know if anybody knows about the demon Belial. Belial. I don't know how to pronounce it. But apparently, what is this? I have to remember. So there's apparently going to be a war for 40 years. It takes 6 years to prepare for the war, apparently. And the war is the war of sons of light and sons of darkness. It's between those two. And I wanted to know what that meant. Like, what kind of war. So I was asking before I went to sleep last night that I wanted to know what that meant. The war of sons of light and between the sons of light and the sons of darkness. And I wanted to know who, like what Belial or whatever, his role in this, that demon. And I also want to know more about why I've been dreaming about angels and demons recently. And then last night I had a dream, which was really strange. And the strangest other thing, sorry, I didn't have a coffee, so don't mind my language. But this other strangest thing is that I kept waking up to go to the washroom, but every time I went back to sleep, it was a continuation of the same dream. So wherever I left off from when I woke up, I re-entered the dream there. So I felt like it was not like a dream, but more like a vision. Maybe? I don't know. So last night when I went to sleep, I had a dream about half angel, half demons, which in Shadowhunters, those are elves, fairies, and dwarfs, and things of that nature. One of them had a birthday coming up, which was to mark the beginning of something, and I thought that might have been the war, right? The war that I was asking about. Before that birthday, though, some of the half angel, half demons wanted to choose either to be all angel or all demon. So they wanted to disconnect from one side of their heritage. The only way was through a spell which needed to be performed in hell. I woke up between scenes in this all-night dream. As soon as I'd go back to sleep, more pieces were shown to me. So what I could tell was the child who was becoming an adult was probably Belial, and that I was saying that because he had such an influence on everyone. And this demon's apparently supposed to have great influence, like on everybody, not just like humans, but other beings. I wanted to be all angel. I tried different spells, but none of them worked. I was doing them in my room, but then somebody in the dream told me I needed to perform this spell. I put in quotations because they handed me a piece of paper with the spell I was supposed to perform and told me it had to be done in hell. So that if I chose to be full angel, my demon half would remain in hell. And if I chose to be full demon, then I would remain in hell. So I didn't know what that had to do with the war between the sons of light and the sons of darkness, unless that is what basically the war is going to be about, which is which side will we choose. I don't know which side, because I have to be super critical, because the thing is, I don't know if anybody knows this, but the Bible was written by men. So everything in the Bible is then subject to critical thinking, right? So then you have to think about it like, okay, so if they lied to us about science, they lied to us about society itself, government, which is basically our jailers and we're the enslavers, slavees, there are enslavers and we're the enslavees, we're bought and paid for upon birth with our birth certificates, which is our receipts. We're a slave to money, we're a slave to jobs, we have debt that we've never even accumulated over our lifetime, we inherited it from our parents somehow. All these things, they even lied to us about the shape of the earth, the nature of what the earth is, probably other lands beyond Antarctica. And so then I have to think to myself, then how do I believe and distinguish between angels and demons then? Like, what if they have it backwards, right? What if what we perceive as them telling us are demons are actually the angels, and those that are the angels are actually the demons? But they give the demons the pretty faces, right? And they give the angels the ugly faces, when in fact it's opposite. I don't know how to describe this, but you know what I'm getting at. So I was thinking, like, if I wanted to be an angel, how would I contact an angel, first of all, without accidentally contacting a demon, thinking that I'm contacting an angel, to ask them, right? So I don't know. So last night when I asked these questions before I go to sleep, I always ask my spirit team, my higher self and my oversoul, I always ask them, I say, give me the answer in a dream. And if there's any guardian angels, may they give me answers too to whatever I'm asking or whatever they think I need to know. So it's been like a really weird experience the last week. And then I found this book in chapters. I don't know if you guys can see that. It says, The Secret History of the Watchers, Atlantis, and the Deep Memory of the Rebel Angels. So basically it's saying that there's angels incarnated back here on Earth for a certain purpose. And the Watchers are these people who have the ability to know history, the whole history, be able to see it by meditation or channeling. And so, but then I also read yesterday when I was doing my research that there's a faction of demons called the Watchers and the Third Messengers. So this is, see what I mean? Like, it's so confusing. Like, what do I believe? Do I believe that who the angels are in the Bible are real angels? Or do I believe the angels in the Bible are to deceive us to following demons? And the God in the Bible, like, is he actually God, or is he Belial? Or is it vice versa? Like, I don't even know. I don't know anymore. Like, I don't know what's real, what's not. I don't know what's truth and what's fake, right? So I guess tonight I'm going to be asking that question to get the answer in my dreams. Are the angels in the Bible and what we believe and what we grow up believing real, or is it man-made? And what do real angels look like? I'm going to ask. Like, what do real angels look like? Because I want to know. I need to know. All I know is I've been having dreams about demons. Mostly demons, not so much angels, but always in the same dream, an angel or a half angel, half human is in my dream. And, but it's mostly demons. And I don't get it. I don't get it. So I wanted to share this with y'all and see what you guys think. And yeah, I hope you guys get back to me and let me know what you guys think and what you guys think might be happening to me, because I am a very spiritual person and I never really thought about angels as existing or even demons. And now all of a sudden I'm like obsessed and researching them constantly, like all day basically. I'm even reading the Bible to find out what the Bible says about angels and demons. And I've never read the Bible. I haven't read a Bible or the Bible since I had the beginner's Bible when I was like 5. And it just was a picture book basically with some words that were easy to read. And that was the last time I ever read like anything of a Bible. I had Bibles over the years, but I never read them. So let me know what you guys think is happening, or what you guys think. And I shall get off of here now and go get a coffee so that my brain's more awake and able to do some actual thinking. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Love y'all. Namaste. Mwah.